Season 2 of the PatJT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
Okay, guys, we've been telling you about the Omaha Steaks Get Out and Grill assortment. You need to get on this. Father's Day is coming, and it's going to sell out. You want to do this before it sells out. You don't want to look back and say, oh, well, they're out.
Yeah, right. It's selling out fast.
Disappointing.
And for good reason. Right now, the package is 59% off. 59%. I'm not kidding you. 20 entrees. And the whole family's going to love this if you can get it out of Dad's hands. But you got the burgers, the plump chicken breasts, the sides, the desserts, and the 10-ounce butcher's cut New York strip. Oh, my God, that sounds so good. Those strips are aged for 30 days. I mean, seriously, there's a reason why everybody knows what Omaha steaks are.
You know, Omaha Steaks is great for, we talked about this before, for Mother's Day, especially for Father's Day, but then also just random times if you do something bad and you want to get on your dad's good graces. Omaha Steaks is the best steak of your life. It really is. It's delicious.
It's a get out of jail free card.
It basically is, and it's really ups the game for Father's Day, which is what the Get Out and Grill assortment is for.
Exactly. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak. It's the best steak. So go to omahasteaks.com, and then you need to go to the search bar, and that's where you put in the keyword PatJT, PatJT. Put that in there, and that's how you get the 59% off the Get Out and Grill assortment.
Plus, you get free New York strip burgers with your order, and it is selling out fast, so do it now. All right, let's get to the show. Well, we called it yesterday, the end of our episode.
What?
That we're going to be getting blown up at 402-403-9478. This one coming in.
2 days ago.
Oh, it was 2 days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about already.
All caps. Thistle! I feel like Flow at Progressive, they said.
Musk Thistle.
This is from Janelle. Thistle! You probably already got it, but I had to text #painful. Thanks,
I
Janelle.
know it was. It was terrible. I could not.
I love this. I wish I knew who this was, where it says they feel like Flow at Progressive on the beach. You can bundle! I love Flow. My wife hates Flow. I love Flow.
I'm kind of tired of her.
I like the new skinny guy, too, where he's in that as a driving instructor, and he falls asleep after he eats ribs. He's got barbecue
I did not
sauce
see
on
that
his
one yet.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's fun.
You pay way too much attention to their commercials.
No, they're just on Bravo all the time.
Oh, okay. That's
why.
But the Flow I love Flow on the beach.
Yeah.
With the whole gang, and we're not going to talk about insurance. And, I wish there was a way you could. Oh my God, she's sitting. You just see her breaking into a sweat.
God, you can just bundle.
You can bundle.
So funny.
So yes, Musk Thistle.
Because it's the most boring topic is insurance, and she so loves it. That's why I love Flow.
And they all did. This is true.
We got this meme sent in, and I wish the person said who they were when they sent this in, but it was just a picture, a picture of text.
Okay.
It says, everyone stop what you're doing, and I did this yesterday, and it's pretty funny. My wife didn't think it was amusing, but I did. Go to O'Reilly Parts website, Google it, go to O'Reilly Parts website.
Hold on, let me do it. Do I need to do it right now?
Yeah, you can do it. Yep,
Okay,
pretty
it's
funny.
OREI?
OREILL. Yeah, I just Googled O'Reilly Auto Parts because I spelled it wrong.
So O'Reilly.
So you go to, and then in the search bar, like you're looking for a product, search 121, the number 1, the number 2, the number 1.
Hold on. Okay, I know. It's, all right, this is painful, isn't it? Because I'm making y'all listen to this.
Thistle!
Okay. 01?
Nope. The number 1.
1.
The number 2.
2.
The number 1. The letter G.
G.
Search that.
G.
And see what product they're selling. And then you have to figure out what 121G stands for.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Do we say it out loud or we just let people do it?
Yeah, go do it. It's funny. Yeah.
We'll say it out loud tomorrow.
Yeah. And then you'll figure out. Then it took me until this morning till I realized what that 121G stood for. So you'll figure it out.
G, 121G. Okay.
Here, I'll tell you what
it's
it is.
It's not available for purchase, though.
I think it's sold out. See, I'm going to mute this. Hold on so you can see it. See, that's what 121G
that's
stands for.
That's what it is.
Yep.
And then I see the working speed, miles per hour, is 88.
Yeah, 88. It's hilarious.
And it even, oh my God, it has risks. It has warnings.
Yep. Super funny.
That is wonderful.
Yeah. So thanks to O'Reilly.
Whoever did that at O'Reilly, brilliant.
Usually when I get messages like that from people, to say to go to websites and type in certain things, it usually has to do with not like sketchy conspiracy theory things. So I'm very pleased that this was just a fun thing.
That's funny.
This text is from Jillian. It says, hey guys, the gal who posted a year ago last May about being under a rock and just finding your podcast. Well, still trucking along. And just listen today to episode 103 from May of 2020. The one where JT couldn't remember my name was Jill. I'm still catching up on old episodes. Just want to say you guys keep up the great work. Thanks, Jillian.
Talk about living in the past. That's awesome.
And this one, no name on this guy. It just says, hey, guys, you were talking about subscriptions and burner emails in the last episode, which was like a whole bunch of last episodes ago, a couple weeks ago. FYI, most of the time, she said my time, but most of the time you can cancel the subscription right away and you still get that free trial through the end. Ooh, I didn't know that.
You can. My problem is more often than not, I get distracted and I forget after I get it started to go back in. So one thing I do when I start a subscription that's a trial, because I want to take a look, see what's there. Okay, I'm going to start my 7-day subscription and you're right, you can do it immediately, but I ask my dot to remind me, like in 24 hours or in 48 hours, to remove or to
I didn't know you could do that right away.
Discontinue my subscription.
I always just like
you can do it immediately right after you sign up. You can.
I had no idea.
I always forget to, and then I don't set a reminder. I know it sounds like, well, if you can set a reminder, you could just sit down and delete it.
But it's easier for you to say, dot, remind me, blah, blah, blah.
It is.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. You can do that.
Well, something bit Sophia because she's riding hard in her car, spending a lot of money on gas. So she's kind of tickling not having a lot of money until payday. Well, she got bit because her last week of school, she got an Audible account through for Amazon so she could listen to a book that she needed to read.
Okay.
Right. So she's like, yeah, I'll just get this. It's 2 free books and it's $15 a month after, but I'll cancel. Okay, don't forget. Well, $15 thing hit on Tuesday of this week. So she's like, oh, like, well, lesson.
Did she cancel?
She did at that point. At that point, she sure did. Yeah. So that was like a hard lesson for her to learn.
I've done that though. I've done that, and it makes me so angry. And
there's nobody to blame but yourself.
No.
I've done that on big annual ones where like a big one will hit, like Prime's one of them, which you're not going to not do Prime.
I know. But you just
forget about it.
Prime now, or maybe it used to go, maybe it hit my trash or something, but they do send out like a warning that it's getting ready to renew. Most places don't do that.
No.
Because they want to get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I do appreciate that they did that. And they do send out the warning that it's coming. So you're at least, okay, I can brace for this. Okay.
Right. I know can plan a little bit.
Yeah. It's kind of like the surprise when it comes time to pay for your tags on your car. Mm-hmm. You know what month it's coming.
But still.
But it's still like, oh, crap. That's right.
That wheel tax will get you every time.
I got to pay for that.
We, in the process of trying to find money where Sophia, because she needed money for gas, she didn't realize that when you get Venmoed money, you have to take the Venmo and transfer it to your bank. It doesn't just sits there. So she didn't realize that. So Beth was looking through her Venmo. She had like $100 just sitting there over like these $2 and $3 Venmos from her friends over the last 6 months.
Oh my God.
And so transfer that over.
Nice
like, well, what did you think? Where'd you think that money went?
Yeah.
So that's like a telltale sign you're not paying attention to your checking account.
Right.
If you're thinking it's just magically going there and you didn't.
Isn't that funny too? Because anymore, I don't think anybody pays attention to their checking account like they used to. Because you used to by hand have to balance it, right, and check it.
In theory.
And keep your checkbook, right? Because they weren't electronically doing so.
Right.
And now everybody relies on that the bank's correct.
Yeah.
Right. And more often than not, I don't ever write down my checks that I write, which I've written like less than a handful in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But I never write them down. And then every once in a while one pops up and it has the image. I always have to click on it because I'm like, what the hell did I write?
What is that, right?
I don't remember doing that. But yeah, you don't even pay attention to it anymore or look at it sometimes.
No. And then I've always was scared in the past when you buy something and then you return it to make sure that it actually got credited back. But anymore, it's like it just goes there. You never go back and check and say, did I get my $7.50 from Walmart back?
Did I get my money back?
Yeah,
exactly. No, that's crazy. Although I have to admit, I am a little anal about that because I look at my account on the 5th of the month because it updates my FICO score.
Oh my gosh.
It's a personal competition.
I mean, but okay,
I can't tell anybody about it, but I'm just like, yes.
And I'm assuming that your credit score is way high. Beth's is when she bought her vehicle 2 years ago, John at the dealership, he said he's never seen a credit score that high. But yet she's the exact same way. She'll sit on the couch and refresh Credit Karma.
Yeah.
It's like you guys. It's like you. There's.
I absolutely love
it's
it.
like the best hitter in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Just getting so excited. Just like
Can't wait to go to bat.
can't wait to go to
Because I
bat.
just went, and then just watching the numbers go up. Yes. Yes. That's what I was looking for. And it's just this nice little boost.
It's just such a freaking scam, though.
I know it probably. I know
it is. It is
because-
because you. And I know you've purchased houses and cars before, but like the score on Credit Karma has nothing to do with your getting a house or getting a car because they run a completely different number system than Credit Karma.
But it also, and I don't use Credit Karma. I do have to say that, but I do use the three. There's a couple others that I use where you can get Experian. What is it?
TransUnion and Equifax.
And Equifax. You can get all of them individually, so you can see how they each compare to each other.
Which helps.
Just kind of break it down just a little bit. But it does affect your insurance rates, and it does affect your interest rates on your home and your car.
Oh, for sure. No, but have you ever got? Because I was super pumped. It was about 6 or 7 years ago because my credit was up, and it was like, whoa, hey, you can get prime whatever. Whatever the interest rate was, whatever, according to Credit Karma or whatever app I was using. And then you actually go into the dealership and like, and I'm like, well, my credit said I should be getting everything. We run a different system where it combines everything and it takes in other things into account. And it was like 40 points lower. It's like, well, how is that? How by paying for a service or whatever, an app to monitor your credit, why even do that if it doesn't matter when you go in the dealership?
So I'm wondering, what I'd like to know is somebody who works for a car dealership, financing in the car dealership, or home mortgages, or insurance. Any of those three areas, if you work in those areas and you use those, I'm just curious what you use and how.
Yeah.
What difference? Because I know it makes a difference.
Yeah. It's for sure.
Because I know if you have bad credit, you will pay higher rates.
100%. And I think if you're using these apps just to monitor to see if something else hits your account, because I've had things on my credit that weren't mine, and I wouldn't have known had I not got a notification through Credit Karma or something so then you can just go in and dig in that way, but relying on the score, I don't think it's beneficial.
Mine's just the one that comes from my bank because the bank updates it on their website.
Oh, that's probably more legit than...
So that's the one that I use. It actually has a graph. I can look over the last year.
Of course it does.
How it's climbing.
Of course. Look at your data.
It's like that game on... What was the little mountaineer game on The Price is Right? Hey, Oli, Oli, Oli. He's climbing up the mountain. Remember that game on...
Well, yeah, but then he eventually falls off.
Yeah,
unless you went...
well, I did a couple years
climber.
ago.
I think it was just called Mountain Climber.
Mountain Climber, yeah. I fell off the mountain a couple years ago.
Well, it happens.
We're back now. We're fine.
Yeah,
We're back.
It happens. It's funny how fast you can fall off that mountain, and it sure takes a long time to dig back up.
Yeah, it really sucks coming back.
I think that the whole credit thing is so frustrating that especially if somebody gets in a situation, whether it's medical stuff or just a bad spot for 5 or 6 months, and it's not indicative of their entire life, but that stuff's on there for 7 years. It's not fair.
Yeah, I remember watching that when I was in college, and you'd had something go sideways. It was a department store credit card that went sideways on me because I didn't think I should have to pay.
Oh, here you go. Figure that.
The additional interest that was charged. And they told me what was due, and by the time they processed it, another month's interest had accrued. And I didn't want to pay that extra month's interest because I sent it the day they told me, but they just didn't process it, and it wasn't electronic at that time. And so I battled with them, and so that stayed on my credit report for 7 years.
And what's funny is that they don't
care
at all. They don't care.
And it was over something like $32. And I dinged myself hard on that.
And that's not fair. And it's not fair. It's really not fair. It just isn't.
Yeah, it really pissed me off.
Yeah.
It did.
Right.
That was when I lived in Hastings, actually. I think it was a department store called Herberger's.
I've heard of Herberger's. And sometimes you get... never mind. It sounds like something else. I'm like, well, holy flashback to 12-year-old Pat.
Never in the years I lived there did I ever think of that.
Oh my God. I haven't thought of that literally since junior high.
Talk about they needed to run that through a focus group.
Like, really? Herberger's made it all the way to being an actual store, and nobody said, hey, You know what?
Just something flashed in my head.
Let's play the rhyme game. Oh my God, that is unbelievable.
So is that the name of the episode?
That is. Herbergers. I don't know how you spell that.
Do they even still exist?
Make sure you spell it in there right
I wanna-
on Google, because they'll take you down a totally different path. I don't even remember what I was going to say.
It does still exist. Herber. Herbergers.
It does.
We're back and here to stay.
Uh-huh.
What? Aren't they related to Yonkers?
Oh, I don't know.
Aren't they? Or something like that?
Yonkers gone.
Or were they?
Yeah, Yonkers is gone because Sophia had to eat a $72 gift card.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they went out of business. And yeah.
$72 gift card. That suck. Oh, it says Saks, Fifth Avenue acquired them. Herberger's eventually became
Herbergers and Saks? What are two terrible names?
Wow.
Meet in the middle between Herberger and a sack.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Oh
that doesn't sound like a good place to be.
Oh my God. We got to get out of here.
Okay.
That's too
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Text us at 402-403-9478. Thanks for listening.
PatJT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.